Good evening, chums.
Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the Gfinity Dota 2 Pro League kickoff season. I'm Pyrian Flax.
And I'm Josho.
Yeah,
he forgot again.
No, I didn't. We're here to bring you games tonight. First game up tonight. Let me just check my schedule sheet here. It's Sigma against Empire. That's not right.
No, you're on the wrong sheet. Look, here, I think 20th.
Here we go. No, that's not right. Is it Empire PR? Is that the first game? It's PR Sigma. Definitely. Then Fnatic Rosh, then VP Fnatic. There you go. Look, Thursday 27th. Oh, it's the
20th today.
Empire PR. Then Sigma PR. That's right.
Yeah.
Then PR VP. Okay. We got it sorted in the end.
There's a reason they keep me around. We just found it.
I'm confused because I bet rares on Sigma PR.
Yes.
I'm not going to say which way.
As did I.
Yeah, we both bet on it, and we're not going to say which way we bet. But I thought there was some value to be had there, Joe.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, obviously, it helps when you're casting these games and you're watching them quite closely, so you kind of get a bit of an idea. Okay, maybe I should put a couple of rares here because
we'll let you in on a secret. Sigma are 0-3 so far in the tournament. PR, they've only played one, but they did win their game. I don't think Sigma have looked in particularly good form. In other things that I've seen them in, they haven't looked in particularly good form. So I personally think that there's value because it was like 70-30 in favour of Sigma on Dota Lounge.
Yeah, it was massive odds, and I'm sure our production guy will tell us the odds as the night goes on as well.
I'm sure he keeps a really close eye on Dota Lounge. But I put a couple of rares and a couple of mythicals up on there.
So you're big odds there, like chuck in mythicals.
Yeah, well,
but I suppose when you're peering flax, you just got mythicals coming out.
I get these things. I didn't realise you can't bet certain things. There's certain things that, like, if it's got a rare effect or anything like that, you can't bet it.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out because I was kind of like the little thing adds you and you kind of like opens up a trade window and I was like, here, take all this stuff. I was gonna say. But then he was like, no, I don't want that. Give me the good stuff. Like, I'm not gonna let you bet the terrible rares.
The thing is, I had tons of Omni Knight items because I think he was one of the earlier unlocked heroes, right? Or I think so. They certainly made a ridiculous number of Omni Knight items. Which I never fully understood. No offense to all the Omni Knight fans out there.
No, he's a cool guy.
I mean, geez, I would every single item I'd unlock a chest or I'd get an item in game and it'd be like an Omni Knight set. It would be great. So I bet them all. Them all, and I bet them so much I ended up losing a load of them. But there you go.
And now you're like Omni Knight. I've got no cool items.
Yeah. So now I've got no good. No, I don't like Omni Knight. But I've got nothing to bet with. Now it's items I actually want and like. So
just put a little tweet out saying I'll give
me items.
Yeah, please.
People say add me for rares. I'm like, no, man. I mean, that's like, that's dirty. It feels wrong. But just give me the rares.
For you to give them rares or for you to
No.
give them...
They're like, add me as a friend and I'll give you some rares. I was like, wait, you're gonna buy my favour?
I was gonna say, is that like
some kind of king? bring me a pot of gold. I shall add you.
Some kind of sacrifice and a goat with no blood in its veins.
And bring me a bloodless goat.
and a cider and a bargain bucket from KFC.
God damn. You're on.
You've got to set it
I'll add you immediately. So the first game we've got up tonight is Empire against PR. So I think we'll see what PR are playing 3 games tonight. Yeah. So we'll see what they're made of. If they can get a result against Empire, that will be huge.
Yeah. Empire have been playing really strong there so far in this tournament. So they're actually number 1 at the moment, aren't they? Yeah,
they're 2-0. But so Roxkiss are also 2-0. So I think Empire so far they've won. I've seen them in other things as well, and they've looked extremely good. So I think they're definitely the team to beat. Fnatic, if they turn up and they play their A game, they can be brilliant. Yeah. But unfortunately, we haven't seen that. They're just above Sigma on the table. It says played none, but against 2. I'm not quite sure how that works. So I think that's.
Well, they meant to play last week when you had the Steam issues.
Oh, we did have. Yeah, we got everybody. Globally, Steam went.
Yeah, it wasn't just you, like personally.
No, it wasn't just us. It was literally the entire planet panicked.
Yeah.
It was like the apocalypse, but anyway.
Yeah, I was kind of sitting there at home watching, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy I'm not there."
Man. It was bad.
And I can imagine you and Dirk are just sitting there like,
yeah. I mean, there's a website that tells you, is Steam up? Like, it's literally a website that just says, is Steam up?
Yeah.
And Steam status or something like that, and it basically it was completely down. So.
Is it similar to that website? Like, is it Christmas?
Is there an Is It Christmas website?
Yeah, there's literally just all it is just a blank HTML page with the writing no. But I didn't go on it when it's actually Christmas Day, so I don't know what happens.
I'm pretty sure they'd change it to yes. Joe.
I hope so.
I like that. There's a lot of those countdown web pages. People start them. It's like the straw poll. You know the straw poll thing of people in Twitch chat. It's called straw poll. I think strawpoll.me.
Oh right,
and you can create your own straw poll. So you say things like, which hero should Joe pick in this game or whatever, and you'll just get someone will put Meepo and you'll just have to pay Meepo. That's why I stopped doing it. People like invoke Meepo. Yeah, I was like, okay, never mind then. I'm just looking at some of the stuff we've got about Power Rangers. They're a Belarusian team founded in 2012. They're not exactly veterans, comparative to some, which is weird because, of course, Empire are veterans and one of the
on the upper end of the scale,
So this is like newcomers against old hands, and I like that. We've got a lobby up. We're waiting for one of the PR players to enter.
Yep.
They've got a stand-in tonight. Stand-in.scandal.
Scandal. Have you seen Scandal before this tournament?
Possibly.
It's kind of ringing a bell.
It does kind of ring a bell. I'm not entirely sure, but so we'll see. For Empire, we've got Mag Resolution. Always want to fly. Vanscore loves Meow and Silent. They all put their girlfriend and everything.
Yeah, I didn't realise actually. Like, obviously watching this free-to-play documentary, and they're all like, "Oh, my ex-girlfriend, and she loved Dota 2 as well." And I was like, "Where are these girls?"
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe it's because I live in Essex, and it's kind of like
Essex girls don't like video games.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
games, Joe. What are you doing?
Exactly. So unless it's kind of like you fake, then maybe get access and fake. No, trust me, it's fine. They're not watching. I'm the only.
Nobody in Essex is watching. Yeah, with the exporter, the only Essex person who's in the computer games is Joe.
Maybe they like fake stand-up acts or something. Maybe they could see some appeal.
It's kind of like that.
Give them one of those slick over.
I mean, it feels wrong to say it, but it is kind of like that, isn't it? Like when I meet people from Essex, and my mate from Essex, whenever we go out and all his Essex mates turn up, they are a little bit like that. They're a little bit like The Only Way is Essex.
That's the thing, like, everyone expects you to be that way.
Oh, you think it's fulfillment?
Yeah,
like, what do they call it? Like a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Yeah, like everyone watches that TV show, The Only Way is Essex, and it's kind of like, oh, we've all got to be that way. Unfortunately, I don't have the hair to do the slick over, and I don't really want to get myself fake tanned or have my teeth whitened. But otherwise, I'm like, otherwise I'm like 90% there.
You can pull it off.
Got the swagger on.
My mate Harry's from Essex, and his brother George. His brother George actually, he's always posting. He's a stuntman.
Yeah.
And he's always posting pictures of himself when he's on location. And he, in the trailer for Game of Thrones, the new series Game of Thrones, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
He is in the final shot. Jon Snow kills a dude, and the guy like goes, you know when someone's facing the camera and the guy kills him and they do that spin like that. He's like that, and he spins away and dies. That's my mate George.
That's your friend.
Yeah. But he's got all this makeup to look like a really old man. He's like 24. It's really funny. It's cool.
I'm pumped for the return of Game of Thrones.
Can't wait.
Do you also know there's a big announcement tonight for Gfinity?
Yes, go ahead.
They're obviously I can't reveal too much yet.
Of course.
8 o'clock, which this is like our time, I believe.
Yeah, I assume. I mean, that's 2 hours time. Otherwise, it's 1 hour's time. Yeah, 2 hours time. So go ahead.
Some point tonight.
Yeah, it's 2 hours time. Definitely 2 hours time.
They're going to be announcing where they're going to be holding G3 this year, which is like the Gfinity offline LAN event.
Yeah,
so that's
which I've just heard is massive.
Yes, and
because I'm new to the whole idea of going to LANs. Like the whole thing is like, you know, I had never really done it before. I didn't play massively online. Sort of, it's
crazy when you say things like that because it's kind of like you think, oh, Pyrian Flax, he's been around the world. Like he's been to DreamHack and he's done all this.
Only in the last year, literally.
Yeah. But I suppose it's kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously, like, with the start off, you know, with yourself, it's kind of like, when the announcer pack went in game, I suppose that's kind of like when sort of things went sort of a lot sort of hardcore for you, surely?
Maybe, but I don't think so because that was like, I mean, before that came out, I mean, it was a year of making it really. So
I'm guessing you went to like a studio and did this all properly, or is this just at home?
Yeah.
You mentioned the other day you got like the mixer set up at home.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Well, this was before I had all that.
So you're wearing a headset doing this?
I bought a little mic. A stand mic that I put on the table in front of me, and I wrapped a yoga mat around me as kind of a studio baffling.
Yeah.
And because also I said to the Valve guys, they were like, "You're the first sort of home brew announcer pack." The Bastion guys got theirs out before I did because they actually were competent and knew what they were doing, and they had a really good voice actor, whereas I had to do it all myself. The players are now in game, by the way, so we'll be going to pick some bands in about a minute or two. But yeah, I mean, prior to it coming out, obviously I had like my YouTube channel was doing really well.
Yeah.
That was the only reason it did well. Like I think if it had come out a year earlier, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as successful. But I had actually cast some stuff, I think, before it came out.
Yeah.
I'd done a few things, but not much. I mean, it was that few months leading up to TI3 that things really got big. It was great. And then this year, you know, the last 12 months have been incredible, really. Okay, we're into pick some bands. Team Empire against Power Rangers.
Let's do this.
First game of the night.
So first band for Team
Empire will have first band. Let's see. AA, very popular, being banned at the moment.
Yep.
This is the meta at the moment, is you ban out the supports, as Durka was explaining last week, and they banned Nature's Prophet.
Yep.
And Dazzle.
Because no one likes to be dazzled.
Nobody likes to be dazzled. He's very popular at Dota.
And
there's
the
AA, and there's Lycan. So these are the heroes. Dazzle, AA, Lycan. Nature's Prophet I wasn't expecting, but they might know something. PR might have a sort of Nature's Prophet.
A strat of some kind, yeah. Batrider's someone you see come back quite a lot recently, actually,
awesome.
with a vengeance.
Yeah, he's awesome. I will say, just as a word of warning to the viewers tonight, and no disrespect, Joe, but neither of us are as knowledgeable about the players, I would say, as, say, Durka. Like, Durka seems to know them all inside out.
He knows
Absolutely.
too much.
He does. He's obsessed with the players. So, Nyx and Visage, two very, very strong heroes.
Okay.
So this is good because these are fighting lineups so far. I want to see Team Empire pick another fighting hero.
What do you think about that Lycan getting banned out there? I just want to get your opinion on that, because obviously he's someone that's always been a bit on the lines.
He's come back in a big way. He's come back in a big way. And the reason is that, as someone explained to me the other day, people just realized, oh yeah, Howl is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, and basically you don't jungle him anymore. You lane him, and I think there was kind of a period, and I'm sure people will have different opinions about this, but there was a period where you'd have certain heroes that were just in the jungle, and that was it. And Lifestealer was in the jungle, and Lycan was in the jungle, and people like that. And all of a sudden, the jungle became less worth it for certain heroes for various reasons, and it stopped. I mean, his wolves are basically paper thin, and whereas previously they would tank all day sort of thing, so it was easier for him to jungle. So it is still possible, but now I think people run him in the lane. I think safe lane, or I don't know.
Get him next, but get him that gold a lot quicker, and he can become a lot more effective later in the game.
He pushes really well. He's very hard to kill. He can farm well. He can get Rosh easily. You know,
exactly. When you get a 10-minute Roshan, that's strong. That's good.
Exactly. And of course, and Howl is global, and people, people forget that Howl is global. So it's pretty darn powerful. And I think people realize that if you put him, in a pushing lineup, that's ridiculous. The amount of push you have there. But so yeah, he has come back. I still haven't seen. I haven't watched a huge amount of competitive Dota lately because I've been busy. But I haven't seen him played in a high level game. But I'd like to. Now Doom's another hero who you see him picked quite a lot, whereas previously you didn't. But I don't know if he goes in the jungle now or not. I mean, you don't need to. You can consume creeps.
You can run him either way. Yeah.
And also, if you're on the Dire side, it's not too difficult to get to a hard camp. Whereas on the Radiant side, you've got to sort of walk a lot further.
A lot around.
So I think if you've got him on the Dire side, he can be in lane. He can consume one of the tough creeps from that near hard camp. So it's a bit easier to lane him, in my opinion. That's when I find, because that's the weird thing about the differences in the map. Like the Dota 2 map is the same every time, and people find that hard to understand. When I was new to the game, I was like, what other maps are there? My mate was like, that's it. This is it. And I couldn't really understand it. But it does make sense. Disruptor ban, and Ember Spirit, who, if he gets out of control, he's disgusting. Now, 4th ban Invoker, which is surprising because these are fast picks of bans.
Really fast picks.
Invoker is incredibly powerful at the moment and can farm really well. He's an obvious ban, but I thought I would have seen him banned ahead of Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, definitely. Like what we're used to seeing is Invoker getting banned up straight away. Obviously, Invoker's been really sort of tough to play against at the moment. Obviously, especially go against like a cross-whacked Invoker as well. You just can't move. You can't really do that much. And he can literally stay on top of you. And of course, then you got getting banned as well, which is kind of like almost a bit of a counter to him.
I like Puck. I do like him. He is fun. I think he does kind of drop off, but in terms of winning mid or winning a lane, he's excellent. But they didn't want to. I guess they didn't want to put him up against. Well, they didn't want to have to face him if they were having a Storm Spirit. Rubik, you played Rubik the other day. You like playing Rubik?
Oh, Rubik's a top guy. I like the potential you got for to turn a team fight around. Though I picked Rubik when obviously I think we was against sort of AoE, so I think there was a Void on the enemy team. That's kind of like my Faceless Void. So I was like, go Rubik, and I'll just steal Black Hole, and then we'll win.
Wait, you mean Chronosphere? Or you mean we were up against an Enigma?
Enigma, sorry, beg your pardon.
Yeah, because that's the worst thing is Rubik, because you think, like, steal Chronosphere, but Void's fine. Like, it's kind of weird.
That's obviously the issue there, but
Right.
Enigma,
I'm
Black Hole.
I'm not sure if I've played as much Rubik as I'd like to, because whenever I play him, I have a blast, but I feed mercilessly. I just can't. I can't get the hang of it, because you want to get in there and lift, and you've got to steal spells and stuff. But it's just I think now I've done the A to Z.
It's got a good range still.
It does have a long range. The only problem I had was I didn't really know what all the spells did, so sometimes I'd steal stuff and not be 100%, but the A to Z challenge that I did really helped that, because now I would feel comfortable stealing pretty much anything. So I'm going to play him tonight. I'm going to play him tonight, Joe.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Who else do you think Power Rangers could go for here?
Let's have a look. So you got your Storm Spirit from middle. So initially I thought maybe Nyx might be running mid. Obviously,
you don't see that a huge amount now. You don't see that
not as much as you used to.
No.
Visage, nice strong support there, standard. Storm Spirit for your mid. They need something big though for for their carry. Yeah. Another nice support would be nice as well, or something for off lane. Let's have a look. Haven't they banned out? Maybe
I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing like Lifestealer or someone like that. But you don't want to play Lifestealer into Doom so much, because you get doomed. You can't rage. You can't infest. You can't open wounds.
All you're doing is right clicking
kind of
people.
Tough. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. Someone that you do see picked is Drow.
Yeah.
And they really improved her a lot, and I think she could come back. I'm not sure I'd want to play her in this lineup because you get Bat-Ridered and possibly doomed as well. But her AoE, the silence thing, the sort of puff of air blows people away.
That is so ridiculously strong now. That is insane. So not only is it a mini stun, it's a silence as well.
Yeah, and a blowback. It's got everything. It's what she needed really, I think.
Yeah.
But Vengeful Spirit, okay. We ran a Team Spirit the other day. I don't think you were in the team. We had Storm Spirit, Vengeful Spirit, Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, and Spirit Breaker.
Yes.
It didn't work.
No? How could that not work?
Didn't work at all. We got absolutely mullered. Templar Assassin.
So another potential mid there.
Oh, definitely mid. Yeah, definitely mid.
To go up against that Storm Spirit.
What they could do here is you could put Doom Rubik safe, with Doom getting the farm. Bat-Rider in the off lane if you wanted. Templar Assassin mid. You could even put Bat-Rider doing that jungle thing, because he stacks up the creatures.
Stacks up the camps and just flies
catches
over them.
Up.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman ban. I guess he, good push.
Yeah.
And a good hero all round. I really like Shadow Shaman anyway. He fell off for a while, and
I've never been a big fan of him actually. I just find him a little bit too squishy.
Yeah. Come on, you play Crystal Maiden.
I know, but I can sort of freeze people in place and run away. Whereas with Shadow Shaman, you've got Shackle.
You can turn him into a chicken.
Yeah, but it's not long enough, I find.
Oh, God. No.
And with Shackle, it's kind of like, I'm going to hold you in here until this runs out, and then you're going to kick my ass.
But honestly, once you get to level 6, if you can chicken, ward trap, and then shackle, it's amazing.
But especially with the new formation of how the wards come out, it's even harder to ward trap.
It is hard, but you can do it. The other thing is with Shadow Shaman is, and I found this when I started playing, because I'd want to pick heroes that were useful even if you died. Like my friend said, pick a hero who, if you're going to die, it's my friend Gary who got me into the game, if you're going to die, at least you've done something. You've helped.
Yes.
So in a fight, team fight starts, I'm Lich, I'm terrible at the game, I throw my ult, I die, but everyone's like, well, he got his ult off. So he did everything.
And he's done damage.
He did it all right, And he sacrificed creeps, he put frost armor on the carry, you throw your ult, you die, okay. Shadow Shaman, you guys are desperately pushing base, you get your wards down, you die, okay, well he got his wards down. So they're useful heroes in that you get your job done.
Yeah.
And then you die, and then people can deal with it. Someone like Nyx Assassin, you can't run in there, get one stun and die. People are like, why did Nyx die? Because they need you to turn back around, and you've got to be there with the Spectre Carapace. So they're going with Alchemist.
Okay. That's a nice pick up there.
Yeah.
You've got some nice supports to run alongside that. I guess they're going to run maybe like a Nyx Assassin on the off lane. Then maybe you have a tri-lane with Avenge, Visage, and Alchemist.
They could also run a Visage in the off lane, which is fine, because once you get 6 and you'll get it nice and early, you can use your birds to farm and stuff. And he is hard to kill. But they could do that. They could also run an aggressive tri-lane, I guess. With like Alchemist Venge Nyx, Alchemist Venge Visage, leave Nyx in the safe. There's a lot of things that they could do. I personally think they'll give Alchemist a safe lane farm. But they could even do 2-1-2. I mean, tri-lanes, it comes and goes. You do sometimes see 2-1-2 lanes. But the thing with Alchemist is, I'm not sure if the acid spray, I assume it's good for dealing with refraction.
Yeah.
I assume it's good for doing. I'm not 100% on the mechanics.
Yeah, they'll tick over on that, and then I'll wipe it up pretty quickly.
I think so, because the tick on it is fairly regular. It does. I mean, it's okay. Bloodseeker.
Okay, that's not something you'd normally see get picked up too much these days, but it's very exciting to see actually Bloodseeker getting picked up. Very rarely you see him getting picked up on competitive play, but he's got a really strong ulti as well, especially if you can get that on Storm Spirit.
Well, he
Bloodseeker ulti on Storm Spirit, he can't zap away. Then Doom can chuck his Doom onto. He can do that on Nyx or the Alchemist.
The thing is, right? So his Storm Spirit's Ball Lightning makes him immune when he goes. So does that mean that Rupture doesn't have an effect? God, I wish Durka could be on a phone, and we can call him up and say,
phone a friend kind of thing. Like,
yeah, phone a friend.
We've used 50-50
We should do Ask the Audience, actually. We should ask the audience if our producer Trout can watch the Twitch chat and tell us. We're going to ask the audience now, does Rupture still work when Storm Spirit's in Ball Lightning form? And we'll get some answers from the Twitch chat. Thank goodness. So, Bloodseeker, this is interesting now, because Bloodseeker, you tend to see him run mid a lot. They've all disconnected.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But they have all disconnected. I don't know if the servers crashed or if they did that and they're going to remake.
I didn't see anyone disconnect. I didn't get the... Oh no, they disconnect messages will come up. It's kind of like happened.
Go remake. They're going to remake. Okay, it's a remake. Yeah. So they were talking in Russian, so I couldn't... We're going to leave the game and we're going to find the lobby again.
Okay.
Sorry about that, team. Let's find the lobby.
Nothing yet.
New lobby's not up yet. Okay, so is this the... I think we've got the odds now on Dota Lounge. Is that right, Trout? So Empire 82%.
Wow.
PR 18. Now, I personally think that's you
fair.
know, that's 4 to 1. So that's pretty good. I think Empire are the form team.
But they're looking strong at the moment.
They are
top of the table.
Yeah, so I think that's fair. But we'll see what how the odds have changed for when it's Sigma against PR, because it was 70-30 in favor of Sigma, but we'll have to see. We're still waiting on this new lobby to be made. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure why they had to remake, but they do for some reason have to remake. There was no.
Maybe they're going to completely redraft, maybe.
No, God no. They should do all pick and just pick. Like that's generally speaking how it goes. What did you? So you watched Free to Play. What did you think of it?
Wow, it was so good. Like I said to my family that I actually want to sit down and show it to them, because, like, I suppose it's different. Like, because you got a family and you can just do your own stuff and it'd be like, deal with it. Yeah. When you really kind of got like a family and mum and dad, and they're like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So,
it actually, that's what I posted it on Facebook for my friends and families to for my sort of personal Facebook, and I was like, okay, I've tried to explain Dota to you guys and the whole scene a million times, and you're just like, people play games and people watch them play games.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and they're like, and people pay money. I was like, yeah, they really do. Like,
especially in the UK as well, it's such a hard concept to explain to people. Like, if you go to somewhere like like Poland or wherever, you've got loads of other stuff going on out there, like
or Korea,
or
China,
and it's such an accepted thing.
Yeah,
but then in the UK, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm a professional Dota.
we do look down on it, because I think we kind of have a, and this is getting maybe a bit big here, but I do kind of think we have a culture of looking down on intelligence.
Yes.
Like displays of intelligence or displays of success. And basically, I think that we see nerdy pursuits and pursuits that require you to perhaps not just be like an athlete, but to use a stupid term, an athlete, right?
Yes.
Which I've seen, which is the worst, but I don't know what else
it makes sense.
It's kind of looked down on, whereas I think because it tends to be more a game of brains than physical ability, I think it's looked down on. Whereas elsewhere, people kind of celebrate academia, and that's particularly true in Asia. That is particularly true. If you go to China and Japan and Korea and places like that,
it's like in the free to play thing. Was it? I can't remember what country. It was like.
Is he Singaporean? I think.
Yeah, they got the StarCraft 2 players to go and visit their like football team.
That's Korea. Yeah, that was Korea ahead of the World Cup.
Yeah.
This was in 2002 when the World Cup was in Korea, and they literally got the big StarCraft 1. It would have been players to go in and say, "Come on, guys, you can do it."
Yeah, to give
just mad.
It's like David Beckham walking in here now and being like, "Come on, guys, you guys can cast this really
but
well."
Instead, us going to David Beckham and the England team and saying, "Well, not us, maybe, but let's say Dread Knight and the guys from Reason Gaming going in there and saying, "Come on, lads, you can do it.
Yeah,
you've seen us win. Now it's your turn."
You gotta let the infused guys walking in. Maybe it's like a boxing match, like maybe like Elia, don't you? Imagine her like trying to like give some like big boxer like some like a prep talk, like you can do this.
That'd be so funny. Yeah,
that'd be amazing. Like,
wow. So Empire are having a couple of lag issues, and then they'll be getting into game. They're in the lobby, but we're just waiting to sort things out. So apologies for the delay. We'll be with you soon. So let me just trying to think back upon the picks that we saw. So I wasn't quite sure how they were going to lane it, because they had Alchemist. So I think he'll get the same thing. But in terms of Empire's picks, they had 3 heroes that could have gone mid, I think.
So they had Batrider.
Yeah.
They had TA.
Yeah. But they have Bloodseeker.
And Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I don't know where they could just put him, or they could just put TA in the safe lane.
Yeah.
And just say, okay, you stay there. But
well,
I don't know.
Both Bloodseeker and Batrider can jungle.
But I wouldn't necessarily want a Bloodseeker and Storm can ball away from Rupture because he's immune to damage.
Thank you, Twitch.
So there you go. I did suspect as much because I was pretty sure that otherwise it's like it's such an easy counter. That
but otherwise, Doom can just chuck Doom on him and then Rupture someone else. Like,
well, yeah, he could absolutely. Yeah, he can get Doom. But I think Doom and Storm Spirit are on the same team. I think. Yeah, because they're playing with
Doom was on top.
Yeah, and Storm Spirit was on top. No, Storm Spirit was on bottom.
Yeah.
Let's wait till we get back. Let's wait. I wonder if they're going to do all pick. But anyway, so Twitch chat has spoken, and Storm can ball away. I did have my suspicions that he could because otherwise it would be too easy a counter. And he's immune to damage when he's in that form. I think he can pretty much do whatever you like.
Yeah.
So they've gone all pick and they're going to repick the same heroes, which I always like to see. Because sometimes you have to remake because people pick the wrong hero. I've seen that more than once.
Yeah.
So Team Empire, let me see. Then they have picked a wrong hero. They've picked Lich, and they didn't have Lich in their lineup originally. So we're going to have to remake again.
See the chat. Nothing's
Chat says nothing. I wonder if they're just going to let him get away with it.
Unless that was the reason for the...
Oh, that might have been the reason. They might have had to remake because they wanted Lich.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, he didn't get banned out.
And there's Alchemist. No, he didn't get banned out, so they could have picked him.
Yeah, well,
maybe they wanted. Maybe what happened was the guy who was doing the picks, the captain, lagged out, and they had the randomer hero. Maybe that happened.
Maybe, yeah.
Because that would explain why Bloodseeker picked, because it didn't really fit. Like, it didn't make any sense. So I have a feeling that that's what happened. Because it did seem to go to the end of the time. So I think we can't.
We'll confirm in a couple of seconds
Russian,
for you. Yeah.
And I think they were speaking in Russian in the chat, and they're not saying anything. So I'm fairly sure that what happened was the time ran out on the captain's mode pick screen, and they random Bloodseeker last of all, and they're like, we don't want Bloodseeker, we wanted Lich. Which is good, because I like Lich.
Yeah.
And that now their lanes make sense. So thank God for that. They could even put Lich solo off if they wanted to, but I don't know if they will against a potential slow and double stun lineup. Because I think he'd be food.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too much fun.
No. So talking about who's playing who, we've got Always Want to Fly on the Lich. Vanscore loves Meow Meow, so we'll call him Vanscore on the Rubik. Silent on the Doom. There's the in-game sound. Thank you, chat. There's Resolution on the TA, and there is Mag on the Batrider.
Awesome. On the Radiant side, who we're going to see on the next session, we've got Space Created. How do you say that?
Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat. That's how people say it.
Okay. And then down in the middle, we've got FNG on the Visage.
Yeah. Oh.
Scandal on the Storm Spirit. A bit of action already there, but just very quickly, a Moon on that Alchemist. And then...
J4. I think J4.
J4 on the
It's either J4 or Banker-esque Okurukagami, so I'm going to go for J4.
Yes, J4's a lot easier to
more
roll
concise.
Off the tongue. It's always nice when you get English casters doing these kinds of games, but yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at how they're going to lane this now. They're going to put, I think, Doom Rubik in the safe lane. Mid is going to be TA, and they are going to go 2-1-2 maybe, or maybe Lich is just here to deny. Okay, so it's going to be Batrider off, and Lich is going to walk top. And then in the off lane, we've got a solo Nyx.
That makes sense.
For PR, you want to get him levels. We've got Storm mid up against that TA. Vengeful Spirit she might do a kind of a roam with Visage, but we'll see.
A lot of gank potential.
An Alchemist, because she roams quite well. She's got a good range stun.
Yeah.
At level 1. Look at it's only a short duration, but it's not a very long cooldown. It's only 10 seconds, so there's a potential to get it twice.
They might go for an early kill on the Batrider.
I don't know if they can. It's going to be tough to get him.
You've got the Invis Venge.
He started with boots, and he's been pulled at Tango. So he started with boots because he knows Batrider is quite slow early on. There's the stun, and now they're charging up the Alch stun as well. There's the Grave Chill going down, and this should be First Blood. J4 secures it. So First Blood going the way of PR.
Nice.
There's your
upset straight
rares. There's your rares. Get them in there. So Batrider hadn't even leveled up. That's how early in the game that was.
Yeah.
I don't think the creeps had barely reached the lane. Well played.
That's a nice start there.
Bottle coming out now for Storm. See, now, this is something I hardly buy anything when I go to lane, and people, like, laugh at me.
Yeah.
But I desperately need that regen. If I don't get it early on, it's trouble. This is another thing that these guys do, is they don't send back an empty bottle. Resolution has actually drunk all the charges, but what you can do is send it back with one charge.
Yeah, just drink the 2 charges. Then it get the penalty on
and
the.
It doesn't go as slow. It's quite sort of crafty and clever. So lots of stacks of tar.
Yep.
Going down.
Nick's rotating down to middle as well, trying to go for maybe another early
trying to go for an early gank here. He doesn't have smoke. He's going to de-ward. Spotted a ward out here. The pings are going down. Meanwhile, top, Doom is doing what a Doom does. Farming. He's got 800 gold. Let's have a look at some stats. Last hit and deny. Storm Spirit leading the way, 11 and 3. I will be doing the camera work tonight, guys, so hold on to your hats.
It's going to be choppy.
It gets choppy, yeah. We're on rough waters, but I'm gonna try my best. I've got the smooth drag on this time. I didn't have it on last time. I'm getting there. I did one the other day, and people said it was okay. So hopefully we'll be fine.
It's one of those things. You just got a couple of games and you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to.
And that smooth drag is such a nice tool.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. It really is. Like, I was just using the same. Like, when you're playing, you want it to be much quicker.
Oh yeah.
But when you're viewing it, you want it to be smooth.
That's exactly
so what's happening up here? Lich, level 1. See, the thing is with Lich is you can do this roaming sort of stuff because every time you sacrifice a creep, you get XP. So you know, he can stack the camps. As long as he walks up here and sacrifices a creep, he's not going without. So 3 minutes in, Alk and TA farm equal. Doom doing okay, Storm doing okay. So not a huge amount in it so far. There's that Rid Hoof carrier. I've got one of those.
Right, I managed to do
What's happening top? Nick's going in on Doom. Nice stun. Lots of damage, but Silent is just going to eat it. And then when he needs to, he can regen.
Not an issue at all there.
He's got 1,400 gold, so probably a Midas getting rushed here by Doom, which makes sense, and there's a pause. I think this is possibly for lag. Nope.
Straight on pause.
What?
Oh, and a repause.
Okay.
And an unpause.
Oh my god. What is going on?
Internet.
He said he lags. Yeah, but then you don't unlag. I mean, you don't unpause. Skype dropped. Game is hard. Okay.
What's this Bat Rider doing? Just while we're paused.
Okay.
Where is he? What's he thinking?
I think he fireflied round there and is now stuck. And he's thinking, do I waste a tango eating out of here or do I wait?
Well, Firefly's not on cooldown, and his mana pool's pretty full still, so I think
that's a good point.
Potentially going to go on the Alchemist, maybe?
No, surely not. Surely not. I mean, what's he going to do?
I don't know, like, if he could get like a few stacks of napalm on him, then yeah. But he's so close to the tower as well, and his supports, you know, they're only like 10 seconds away.
Yeah, I think he's just chilling.
Maybe just staying in the XP range, just getting the levels.
Just sort of thinking, well, I'll just hang here. The creep waves pushed up. Hopefully it'll be okay. It's I would say the strangest thing about online gaming is, can you mention anything else where the players in the middle of the game just say it's not working, I need to remake, like in a football match, you know what I mean? If it's not working for a player, you have to sub him. I mean, the game might get abandoned because of the weather.
Yeah.
But there's technology like, you know, pitches with good drainage and all that kind of stuff. It's not often that you see it. Whereas in online gaming, there always seems to be something that goes wrong. Somebody DCs or their computer's playing up.
Well, that's the only issue of esports is that, you know, it's an online thing.
You're at the mercy of the internet.
Yes.
Which is never a good thing.
If an exchange goes down, then that's it. All it takes is for one of 10 players to have an issue.
Yeah.
And that's it. But obviously that's the downside to esports, to not having to leave your chair to take part in a sport, folks.
Indeed. Yeah. So let's look at some fascinating 3-minute, 28-second in graphs. PR up by nearly 300 XP, Joe.
Wow.
Incredible. And in terms of gold, well, they're up over 1,000. That was that first blood.
Yeah.
Please attempt to fix within 5 minutes as the game needs to get underway. Yeah.
Oh, Bluesy, he's always there.
Putting the hammer down.
Next part is none of them can speak or read English. That'll be the awkward part.
That would be fun.
What does this guy say?
So yeah, free to play. I know that James was out there for the he'd like chaired the Q&A thing that they had at the premiere. He said that that was pretty good.
Did you did you have a little glance at the Twitch when that was happening? Like the Twitch chat just went.
It did, yeah. I think that I haven't seen Twitch chat that busy other than Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that was just horrendous.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy Twitch chat. Understandably so, because it was like it was an event. It was a real event, especially because all the people kept saying to me was, "When is it coming out? You've seen it, right? Yeah. Is it good? Yeah, it is really good. When is it coming out?" And I don't fully understand. I did ask them at the time, what is the, hold up?
Yeah.
Just curious. And they were like, well, it turns out that when you don't know about making a movie and releasing it and all the stuff that goes along with it, it's really, really hard. And loads of stuff comes along that you're not expecting that makes it very difficult.
Okay.
So in terms of rights and clearances and
you'd think like it'd be pretty straightforward. Like they're making a documentary, I should say, about a game that they own, they made, and they have all the rights to.
Yep.
But
you need all kinds of international stuff. You need to, if you want to put it into festivals and stuff, you need to do various things with that. They said it's just a minefield. That's why when you look at the credits for movies, there's always a ton of people that are doing like the legal stuff and the production and stuff.
And they know why.
Exactly, and they're there so that while the movie's being made, they can get everything sorted out.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because it's not a movie with actors who just are all part of a union or whatever. You're dealing with real people, so they need to sign waivers and all the rest of it. I guess pretty much anybody in the film you would need to get.
There's a lot of people in there. I mean, it wasn't just like. For example, Dendy.
Right.
Dendy's family was in it. They went to his home.
Also, you need to there were a couple of sections. I don't know if you noticed, but when Fear's brother is talking to them, and they're quite important interviews about Fear, and his brother seems to be standing in some kind of tennis arena or hall, and the sound was awful, really awful. I remember they improved it for the final release, but I remember at the TI3 screening, I remember thinking that's the kind of thing that you can't have.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a documentary one time about getting movies made, independent movies, and they had this woman on who was representing a cinema, like an independent cinema chain, and they showed a lot of stuff at festivals and things. And they said to her, like, what is the biggest piece of advice you can give to filmmakers? And she said, audio has to be good.
Yeah.
If it's a grainy picture, people can get away with it, but the audio has to be good. People cannot forgive bad audio because most of the time we're used to seeing things and maybe not being able to see it 100% clearly, right? But you're used to being able to hear things clearly, and it really affects the viewer or the listener when they can't hear it properly.
No, that's it. That's actually quite a valid piece of advice, really. I mean, I've done a lot of radio work before, so it's kind of like I can appreciate that.
Yeah. But I thought it was really good. It did something that I didn't think anyone had tried before, and that's to add a genuinely human face to something that is often seen as quite an anonymous, faceless thing, being a games player. Because when I see Dendy play, I see the hero. I don't see Dendy, so it's easy for that disconnect, that wall to form where you don't think of them as people.
It was just so well done though, like the stuff they did with like the source filmmaker and stuff. It really kind of just put you in the front row seat, didn't it? Like
that was so clever because they were like, how can we make this engaging for people who don't play Dota? Because that, if it's a film, if it's going to succeed, you've got to be because most of the film is talking about stuff that we all know. Anyway, back into the game, and off they go, reconnected. So what was he doing? He is just chilling in there, and there you go. He's eating his way out of the trees. Meanwhile, top Nyx is going to give some guff to Doom. Ping goes down. Rubik is
nearby. I don't think he's going to do anything there.
Indeed. I guess he's restarted his router and now he's off. There's a ping going down. I think they thought he was there, but he's not anymore.
It's happening at bottom rune there, so they're waiting for that 4 minute
There's going to be a little fight over the rune. It's not there.
It's at top.
There goes the cloak, and there goes the scream, and Batrider is like, I am out of here, buddy. So the rune is
double damage on Nyx.
Who got it? Nyx got it.
Yep.
Does he have a bottle, or did he just eat it?
No, he just eats it. I think he wanted to deny it from there.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing. When you've got a Storm and a TA, especially a Storm, you've got to have the rune. You've got to control the rune. It's really awful being a Storm Spirit and not having the rune.
Exactly. So mana dependent early games. Yeah. Both these guys, they need that mana.
Yeah.
Like, TA needs the mana for the refraction.
Yeah, she's got to keep that up. And also, the meld is good. She wants to harass as well. So, in terms of mana, needing a rune, I think Tinker is the only one I could think of who needs it. Like, whenever I play someone like Storm or Tinker, it's like, if I don't get this rune, I am going to lose this lane. There is a smoke gank mid. There's a this Visage and Venge are such good roaming gankers because they've got that range slow and stun, and they can put down damage too. And they're going to come around the back here and try and find someone. Phase Boots bought on TA, so she's starting to motor along, and they've smoked top, so there's no indication that they're here. I guess the smoke has worn off though, so they're going to have to get a stun and then just rush them. Maybe Nyx is pushing the lane.
Yep.
So he's hoping that he gets pushed up to, not pushing, he's sort of de-pushing it, if you like, and Doom's like, well, I'm just going to chill in.
I'm pretty sure they've been spotted, though.
Yeah, I think they must have either been spotted or they've been noticed as being missing.
Yeah, nice 4-minute hand of Midas as well for Doom.
That is nice.
Not bad going at all, but he's had a pretty easy lane, really. Like, Nyx isn't giving him too many issues.
Yeah, it's tough to kill a Doom. I mean, even with the low armor, and now they're going to come around the back. There goes a ping, and they're saying, look out, Doom's just going to walk back. And now this is the power, really, of him. He could just walk back here, wait for a big creep to spawn and eat it.
Yeah. See, this is where PR's starting to have some issues. You've got Venge and Visage still just wandering around. They're not getting anything. They're not getting the ganks.
Yep.
They've got the 6-minute rune, or they've secured it.
Hold on to that. There's the mana boots on Nyx Assassin.
So the fact he's actually managed to get enough last hits to get 6-minute mana boots isn't bad.
Bat Rider's there. Visage caught out of position. But Storm Spirit will come in and try and make them clear off. Lots of damage coming in.
Visage goes
They
down.
managed to get a kill. Visage dying. That Rubik did quite a bit of damage to them. There goes a stun on Bat Rider. Can they finish him off? No, he fireflies away. Ball lightning and he's out of there. TA's chasing hard though. Does she have mana for anything? She does. She's got a mount, she's got refraction, she's got everything. There goes the refraction, there goes the trap. Just catches him. Phase boots as well, but he's able to ball lightning away. Very well played.
No issue at all. That Empire swinging it straight back round in favour of them. Taking down 2 supports. Not what PR wanted after that first blood advantage as well.
Visage just seemed to go to sleep on the rune there, just sort of not paying attention. And that's the power of that mobility from Bat Rider.
That was really nice work there. Bat Rider's actually now not looking in a bad place. He's had the camp stacked for him as well. He had that triple stack camp.
Yeah.
So he's got a nice bit of gold. He's got nearly 2k gold sitting there. He's got a kill. He's got an assist.
Oh, the stun and the mana burn doing a lot of damage to Doom, but he's still got his Scorched Earth, so...
Yeah, he's chilling. He's happy.
He's fine. He's like, what else have you got?
Yeah.
He's interesting. He's got the consumed creep he's got is the Tomato, so he's only got Thunderclap. He hasn't got the mana to support that because it's like a 100 mana spell.
Yeah.
But I tend to prefer to get either the Alpha Wolf or the Satyr dude that gives you regen.
Or
the troll. Get the troll. Get the little skeleton army and the net.
Oh, TA might be in trouble here at middle.
Yeah, this is
here
trouble.
Comes the stun
but that
Venge.
refraction, look at that. She takes nothing. But now the Visage comes around the back and Storm Spirit. There's the lasso. They've got the Soul Assumption. Visage perfectly kill steal in there.
Nice.
It's so easy to kill steal with a Visage.
Stun locked him as well. He
That's
couldn't move.
Soul Assumption. Yeah, brilliant timing. Nyx going around the back. There goes the Alk stun. Lich taking an absolute monstrous ton of damage. Holy cow.
Mana burn finishing him off as well.
Mana burn. That's
level
used? 1. Yeah. That is level 1 mana burn. That was like half his health. Crazy.
Yeah, Alk's got himself the hand of Midas as well, so we're going to see a Midas gaming.
Yeah. And now that's 3-2, so PR with 2 easy kills there.
Yeah.
Blink up on Bat, 8-minute blink. That is the power of this jungle farming with him. I mean, all right, he's got lucky. He's only got 2 of the golems, so, you know, that's not bad. But look how quickly he cleared those camps. Crazy.
That's really nice. Level 7 as well. Like
crazy.
Look at the graphs as well. I mean, look at the last hits. He's on 38 last hits as well.
Yeah. Doom is the best farmer in it, though. That's impressive.
Yeah. And
he has only been up against the Nyx, so it's not been too bad. Meanwhile, bot, what's everybody doing down here?
They managed to get themselves a tier 1 tower, so that's even more
that's
early gold there in
we
favour of PR.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. Game is paused. They're pausing to let me catch up with things.
P-Flags are getting behind. It's a code red. Over. Lag again, getting called out by Empire. So Empire were a bit of a shaky start.
Wow, so we're limiting the amount of pause time. Bluesy
again stamping the hammer.
I have played games before where the admins basically just there's no rules whatsoever, and people I have, like I said, that game that was paused for an hour. Did I tell you about that?
No.
It was
the look in your face as you recall it.
It was unbelievable. It was me and okay, 3 minutes pause time left. So there we go. It was a game. I can't remember who was playing. I think Alliance might have been playing.
Okay.
And at the time, they were getting DDoSed a lot. And we were ready to play. It was me and LD casting it. We cast about 5 minutes. And then they all disconnected. They got DDoSed. We had to wait forever. And it was an hour in the end that the game was paused. And people would reconnect and immediately drop. Reconnect, immediately drop. Remake.
That must have
reload.
Been frustrating.
It was awful. So we were just talking to the Twitch chat. We were telling knock-knock jokes. We were just trying to fill. It was absolutely terrible. And when they finally came back, LD was desperate to get the game done. And they tried. And it just, the moment we started the game, they all disconnected. He was like, God damn it. Swearing. It was very, very funny. Very funny afterwards.
Yeah, you can laugh about it now.
But at the time, it was terrible.
So in the sort of league that me and Durka casted last weekend, we had a 95-minute game.
This is here?
No, this is another UK Dota event.
Okay. Oh my God, yeah.
And 95-minute game, and there was less than 20 kills in total.
Oh.
And
they're the worst.
You can imagine the.
Oh, they're the worst.
And it's kind of like you're talking about trees and everything other than the game itself because there's just nothing happening.
I mean, this is in the 8 and a half minutes we've had. It's been a decent game. It's just we've been paused for about that long as well. So it happens. It does happen sometimes. I do think that 2 minutes left. Well, Bluesy is he's tough man. He don't mess around.
That's the thing. Like, I suppose you've got to be that way to a certain degree. Like, you've got to feel for these guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, when you're just an admin and you kind of got to tell these, these big international players, like, you got to be a bit cruel.
Because honestly, I mean, they have to understand that the tournaments all have a time schedule. Yeah. We can't just sit around for 45 minutes because some guy's lagging or whatever. I guess it's unfair on that guy, but I guess it all. For the greater, I guess it evens out. You'd have to hope.
Yeah.
That was actually the weirdest thing. I don't think I've been to a sort of offline LAN event yet.
Yeah.
I say offline, it's all still online, of course, but a sort of LAN event yet where there hasn't been some kind of catastrophic technical problem.
It just always happens, doesn't it?
It just happens. You've got 10 computers to set up. Imagine that. And then everybody that comes on wants to set it all up their own way. It never works, man. It never works.
Never does.
I don't know what the answer is. I really don't.
If it's not the internet, then Steam goes down. And if Steam doesn't go down, then they just send an update out.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, we've had that.
Mid-game update.
Yeah. No, I think that... I think someone was telling me one time they had a big patch just before their tournament started. And all the pros were like, we don't want to play anymore. Because we've got to go away and, we've got to scrim about this and think about it and stuff. I mean, that's why the patch for, I think 6.8 now, this is the patch we'll see at TI4.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they'd change it. Because I think it's really good. There might be maybe a couple of teeny-weeny tweaks, but I can't imagine them making a major change. Not like they did before TI3.
So we're still just waiting on the lags.
I think he's got about 1 minute left.
Yes. I think it is Agua time.
I'm just listening to the Dota music. 30 seconds.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
And there's a reconnect.
Don't talk. Please. Oh, wow. Empire unhappy. Well, they can be unhappy, but,
No, credit where he's Blues. You just got to do your job, haven't you? That's
no,
the worst part.
I agree. I mean, the point is, if we sit here forever and then we'll never get the game done. So I say that as someone who wants to eat dinner at some point tonight. So maybe I'm
someone who has a family to go back home to.
Yeah, exactly. They will actually probably all be asleep by the time I get back. You make me nervous. I don't think they're used to an admin laying down the law.
That's the thing. I think, when you're a big sort of international team, you kind of get a...
Yeah. Generally speaking, the events tend to be a bit more sort of precious about it. Sort of not so precious about it, be a bit sort of,
whatever.
Whenever you're ready, guys. We'll wait 2 hours.
I don't mind casting at 4 in the morning.
Because, I mean, the thing is, the players are used to the lag being, like, totally, like, 0. So if they lag once, they pause.
Yeah.
Because it could cost them the game. Like when you or I lag, there's the blink from the bat, and this is the power of the blink dagger on bat. It's almost, if he can catch one person, it's a guaranteed kill.
Yeah,
and this is, I think, I don't know what Vengers, they must have known the bat had his blink. That was a long way out there, man, for a Vengeful Spirit.
What if we had a nice little pick off there? more gold, and Batrider is now level 8.
Yeah.
So after that, shady start, he's not looking too bad for himself now.
I mean, the problem is, what can you really do when back gets blinked? Oh,
Lich might be in trouble down
poor
bottom lane.
Lich. Look at this Nyx just tucking in here in the lay-by. There's the damage. There's the stun lands, and there's the Solus. Look at that Visage, KS. You KSer. I mean, all right, it wasn't going to get it, but I mean, you know what it feels like every time. Visage is like downtown. Pew!
I'll just do all the work, and you get the kill.
And there's the medallion. This is a popular get. People get a medallion on Visage. Oh, there's the rune. There's the money rune. The regen rune on Storm. I love to see it.
He's happy. He's in a good place.
It's so good. So this is looking good for both teams, really, in a funny kind of way. They're both shaping up to be ready to fight. I think that the pick-off on Venge was one thing, but the kill on Lich was another. They both got gank potential with this Nyx Storm Spirit combo. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, he's got about 5 seconds.
Wait for Bluesy to...
5 seconds.
Is it the same person that's lagging?
No, now it's Mag. It was Rubik, and now it's Mag.
Right.
I'm gonna grab some more water between games. I think I'm really thirsty today.
Do you reckon I can make it to the
I reckon you can make it to the fridge. I reckon you can make it to the fridge.
Without ripping my headset off.
Yeah, you might just break the headset. Look at this. So Bluesy says you have 30 seconds, then you have to unpause and continue. No remakes or postponing. And Vanscourt just gives him the old ellipses, ... and then talking in Russian. So
there you go, friend.
Let's see. I assume that's Russian anyway. That looks like Cyrillic alphabet to me. So we'll see. So this is, I don't quite understand, because that looks like, see, I'm never sure. So we know that PR are Belarusian. So, oh, look at this. So PR agree to wait is what Empire's saying. So Empire and PR have agreed between themselves that they're okay to wait. But PR have 2 more games tonight, so they should be careful about what they promise.
Yeah, but it's kind of like how
because
Sigma
of course
feel.
Sigma, because Sigma, this is
well, that's meant to be going live in like 7 minutes.
Exactly, but I mean, this is the problem: is when you have to reconnect like 3 times, as Empire have had to do, and this is me not. I'm not talking about Empire specifically. I'm talking about players in general. Is that there is? Oh wow! Can I only agree if the pause time starts to come from their 10-minute pause ball? These rules.
I don't get that. So PR can only agree if the pause time starts coming from their 10-minute pause time.
Yeah. So now Bluesy's saying he's putting the hammer down twice over, saying that the pause time that they're using now, if they want to use it, that's coming from your pool, PR. So PR will be like, well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that just per game, or is it the whole night?
I have no idea.
That's just got to be per game.
I can't. But 10-minute pause time each per game.
So that's 20 minutes worth of pause time each per
game. That's like the length of the game. I can't imagine it's 10 minutes each. It has to be 10 minutes for the night, surely.
Well, I don't know. I suppose they've had about 10 minutes so far, really. Like, this game started at like about 5:15. It's now 5:02.
That's true. And we're only 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
And
we've been standing for like 45 minutes casting this game. And it's literally
we had to remake because they timed out and mispicked. Why does this keep happening to me, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know. It's literally been 35 minutes of us talking
I feel like I have some secret army of gremlins that follow me around wherever I go.
The bad luck gremlins.
I don't know if that makes me sound crazy and paranoid, Joe.
Well, do they talk back? Or do you talk to them? I feel
like there's these little people following me around. Joe,
don't blame the little people.
Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're with them.
Maybe
you're with them, Joe.
Ever since we started casting together. Well, no, actually, technically, I wasn't here last week. You can't maybe blame Durka. Maybe Durka's sending the bad vibes.
Yeah, it probably is Durka. Let's blame Durka.
Though if Durka was here, he'd know why they're lagging. He'd be like, "Oh, this is actually a common issue with with these teams."
I mean, the schedule is strict. I mean, I guess they're saying, look, because Sigma have a game to play against PR. If that runs late, Sigma might run another game late.
Yeah. So
answer me this, right? People have been talking about what it would take to make, like, a sort of like a UEFA, if you like, for Dota, say. So all the different leagues will basically all fall under one collective kind of banner. So you'd have fixed rules, you'd have an arbitration committee. People, like, here's another thing, and this happens a lot. People not getting paid by tournaments. a lot. This happens a lot. Prize pool getting withheld. There are some tournaments that were held for years.
Oh yeah, it's catastrophic.
It's terrible. What would happen then is the organisers have to give the money in escrow, say, to the
in order for them to
have an official.
Yeah.
I think, but then people say, well, then if you're not a sort of official one, you couldn't have, like, part of it is the fun that you can start a tournament anytime you like.
Well, yeah,
it would have to be very carefully managed, I think.
I think, yeah, it has to be managed, but also it's got to be accessible. Like, you can't be on those things where, like, you got to know someone to get there. Like, you know, the process has got to be, it's got to be easy to get into.
So now we've had another disconnect. This time, Vanscore has disconnected.
So that's Rubik again. But the Battle Rider has reconnected, so...
Yeah. I wonder if this stage they're just messing with Bluesy.
Yeah, I think maybe they're just like making like a video, like, let's just see how much we can annoy the Gfinity admin.
Push the admin to breaking point.
Poor Bluesy. I worked with Bluesy before, actually.
Oh, yeah.
He did some admin work for another Dota 2 event, and he's very much like that in real life as well.
Oh, really?
He's quite a like a, I don't want to say like a built chap. You know, you wouldn't want to mess with him. So,
oh, really?
Like, so you can imagine the vibe he's getting from this keyboardness.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like he's pretty.
I reckon therefore count down until Bluesy starts talking in all caps.
Oh well, let's see if he's
Oh, by the way, have you noticed when you're on this part of the map, you can hear a waterfall? I don't know if you have in-game sound, but
where are you? You're there.
Yeah, over by the very far right of the map. I'd never noticed you can actually hear a waterfall. There's like sound cues on different parts of the map.
Well, I only hear what you hear, basically. I don't hear my own game audio.
You should be able to hear Roshan, like, muttering to himself. Maybe that is him breathing.
That's just me. Sorry, no.
Oh, wow, look at that. I can go into Hollywood mode. I didn't think you could do it in Spectator. Look at that Luminati out of the woods.
Imagine that. That'd be a really good trailer. Like, maybe like darting through the trees, and then just as you zoom in really quickly, it's just Roshan's face. Coming this summer.
Rushman. Look at the way the perspective changes. That's cool.
Lock away your daughters. Hide your wives.
Lock away your daughters. Something. Through the trees.
This is.
I'm having fun with this.
This is first class Dota 2 stalling.
Yeah. What you need is the sort of Kate Bush. It's coming at us through the trees.
I'm thinking that maybe like Morgan Freeman, kind of like in the background, kind of like telling a story like.
Once there was a man named Roshan.
I remember that Roshan.
I hope to meet him and spend time with my friend.
I remember we just gathered around him and punched him till he died and took this thing called the Aegis. And after 10 minutes of game time, it disappeared. No one knows.
We're talking Morgan Freeman again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was we not for a second?
No, that was meant to be Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that not good, or was that terrible?
No, it's excellent, Joe.
Oh, good.
No
good.
comment. No comment.
Good. I'm glad my Morgan Freeman got the teeth like seal of approval.
I want to see what is Lich up to here.
I do love the cinematic mode. It's something I don't really play around with enough.
That's cool.
He's kind of like
look at the detail on that model, right? Now, how often do you get to see it? That he's even blinking, for goodness sake.
Maybe he's about to load the catapult. That's what he looks like he's about to do. He's like, yeah, fire that way.
Oh, Joe, if you look at the portrait and you look at the in-game Lich, they move their mouth and blink at the exact same time.
Oh,
so
wow.
I wonder if that's like, I don't know how they've... you know, maybe when he talks, maybe this is just a projection of this with different lighting.
Yeah, maybe. That's actually really well done, though.
Yeah, look at that. Cool. Froze your assets. Gonna have your mana. Oh, blimey. Look at this. The creeps as well. They're pretty cool. Look at this mortal combat being waged. Look at this creep. One of them, he's punching the other creep in the chops. Look at that. He's giving it to him right in the face.
And the old 1-2.
Meanwhile, Lich is like, yes, my minions. Ha ha ha.
Punch or I eat you.
Bluesy's had enough. He's like, please can you continue? Our casters are losing their mind.
Yeah, you don't know what the casters are talking about.
It's so cool.
Well, I don't know what's being said, I must admit.
She's got great legs.
Bluesy, can you leave?
Wow.
Poor guy.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think the Dota players are used to an admin sort of putting down the hammer like this. But Empire are sort of taking it in a funny way. They're saying, stop DDoSing us. Oh wow! If you don't unpause now, Empire will forfeit the game. We could be on the verge of Dota 2 history. We will not forfeit in any scenario. Holy cow! So this is a bit of drama here. Go, says Resolution. I don't think I've seen this before, Joe.
Definitely some tempers being, raised tempers
I think
here.
Empire basically saying, well, look, it's not our fault that we can't play. And Bluesy's saying, well, it's not our fault because we need to crack on with the games. Empire are currently playing with 4 players.
I think somebody's going to be controlling the Rubik, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before. So we'll have to see. There may be some discussion about this later. PR are featuring in another 2 games. Luckily for us, they don't seem to be having any connection issues.
Yeah.
I don't know what other games Empire will be playing in tonight, but this is extremely
well, they got the
unexpected.
Sigma game
I can
coming
only imagine what the Russian language stream is saying.
Yes, I can. Those English horrible people.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back into this.
This can't help the current tension situation between Russia and the UK.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say this is not helping things.
Bluesy is the reason. It's all boiled back down to Bluesy.
Yeah. Okay, so I wonder if Empire are going to say finish fast. They all seem to go back to base there for a second. I don't know if they just went back to base and said, look, FF. But they're not going to forfeit. They don't want to forfeit. They want to fight on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get an abandon in a private lobby. I don't think you do, because it's essentially it's not a.
Yeah, I don't think you do. There's no timer coming along the side.
Yeah, so he can basically they'll just play 5v4.
Yeah.
If Empire can win this, that would be something. But that does also mean, because there's no abandon, that they wouldn't then get the gold.
Yeah.
That you would get otherwise.
I just want to know who's playing Rubik, because they're doing a really good job actually in keeping him farmed.
Well, yeah, I guess they're just sort of microing him to stack the camps, and yeah, that is impressive. So who could be playing him? I guess Doom, because he's got sight of him. So they're gonna micro him. I'm gonna guess it's silent, because he can he's auto walking with Doom right now, so he can use the Rubik to stack the camp while he just stands around and farms. So there you go. I'm pretty sure this is silent microing Vanscore.
Yeah, though I feel like we've got PR that might be looking to make something happen here at middle.
Yeah.
I feel like something big's about to happen.
It would seem gamey, but I think this would be the time to push.
Yeah.
Go and fight top. Let's go on Rubik.
Yeah.
He's not in game.
Take advantage. So. Oh no, Mag's just disconnected as well. This is not.
So Empire having internet issues. They don't want to forfeit the game, but they are out of pause time. Bluesy basically telling them,
got to feel for these guys.
You've been paused for around 45 minutes of a 13-minute game. So I think he's just saying, look, let's crack on. I mean, essentially, I guess you have to reach a point. This is playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Where you say, okay, do we allow technical issues for one team to wreck our schedule, potentially the schedules of all the other teams? Because imagine if Sigma, who play PR next, they're waiting on PR. So PR have 2 more games tonight. Sigma might have a game after they play PR. They may have said, well, we'll be done by 9 against PR, or 9:30, so we'll have a game then. That might now be pushed back. So this is CET I'm talking about, by the way. So, Batrider's now reconnected. There's a smoke. So I guess every time they DC, they're just going to have to reconnect as quickly as they can.
Yeah.
They're going to mass farm the Ancients here. Alchemist almost dying, but he should be okay. Vengeful Spirit taking a lot of damage. This is a triple, or even, I think, triple stacked Ancient cap. It might have even been quadruple cap. I think Vengeance really playing with fire, but the Acid Spray doing work, and Moon getting a lot of farm. He's got an armlet. I haven't got armlet on Alchemist before. And there's a DD, and there's a smoked Doom, and a smoked Nyx Assassin.
No vision on that rune either, so they don't know who got it.
Indeed. TA has the bottled DD rune. Okay, and Vanscore is back on the Rubik.
Okay. I got the impression maybe that PR, maybe a slight gentleman's agreement sort of held back a little bit. Maybe, did you get that impression?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
They kind of just farmed a little bit, like, fair play to them if that's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would have said run at them, guys, because I haven't got a sporting bone in my body. I guess when it comes to Dota, I want to crush without mercy. But
we are UK Dota drinks, though.
We got no banners. So I'm pretty BM when it comes to pausing and stuff. Like, for instance, this is my current bugbear, is they put in that fantastic thing where if you haven't picked by the time the game starts, or that minute countdown starts, you're going to start losing money. Because I hated that. People wait until the last second. It focuses your attention on what have your team have picked. You've got to pick. We're in the pick stage, so pick. Don't just come back with 5 seconds left and random and pick a wrong hero and go, oh, I'm going mid.
Yeah.
So this is a 5-man top from PR, by the way. So they can sneak around the back here. I don't think there's anyone to catch, but they should be able to get this tier 1 tower.
Yeah,
Rubik is cowering for his life up. They don't know he's there.
Meanwhile, Empire taking Roshan as well. Just make you
aware
of that.
Yeah, good shout, Joe. So there you go. Empire getting that. TA able to tank with a lot of damage. Between Doom and TA, they can take a lot of damage from Roshan with the Scorched Earth there, the Refraction, so it should be a pretty easy Roshan. I guess you give this to TA here, but...
Not quick enough.
Yep, she's got it.
So there we go. Empire got Roshan, and PR managed to get a tier 1 on top there. So interesting exchange there in terms of gold.
Indeed.
Obviously they do have the Aegis now. Who grabbed that Aegis? That
I'm going to assume that Doom is going for a Shivas here. I like to see Shivas on Doom.
Meanwhile, middle lane, no lots of action.
Big fight.
Make out on that Vengeful
Big
Spirit.
Fight, and they take down the Venge and the Nyx. Wowee, I didn't see that.
We completely missed that.
There's the slow on Storm Spirit, but I think he's going to get away. They're going to get the tier 1 mid.
You're at Empire, they've got the Aegis now. They're just going to go for it.
God, see that's the time it takes. A nice double stun from the Visage. Might just save this tower, actually. They've committed a lot here. They did get 2 kills, but I don't think they'll get the tower. TA chasing down the Storm, but he's very, very hard to catch. He has 2.5 grand saved up. And I think he's going to... I wonder what he'll get here. Maybe an Orchid? I don't know.
Yeah, possibly Orchid's always a nice addition there.
Could also get a Lincolns, because that way they have to pop the Lincolns with something else before you get doomed.
Yeah. There's PR going to work on that tier 1 at middle.
Very nice. Okay, and so they're going to push as well. This is actually, for all the pausing and all the trouble we've had with connections, this has been a very even game, very good game so far. Some good action.
Yeah.
The gold graphs are very... So look at that uppy downiness. That shows you how even it's been. Empire ahead on XP quite a lot.
Just recently, though, they managed to grab that advantage.
Indeed.
I guess that's with Roshan. And
last season, I don't know why it was on buyback status. I must have pushed the wrong button. Oh, I'd been pushing I. That's right. Last one denies Doom with 99 last hits. Yeah. Very, very nice farm for him. And they will take the enemy jungle PR. Looking for a ruckus here. Everybody mid. Absolutely everybody
really
mid.
Interesting.
TA Refraction up. Walks up the steps. Gets the Vengeful Spirit with the trap, but she will be able to walk away. If they go in here, they could be in for trouble. But I think PR are going to back off. No, they're going to group up.
Yeah,
do they have smoke?
Are they
going to group up and smoke? No, I think they were just saying, look, if Empire come up the stairs, we'll jump on them. But I don't think Empire would. How close is she to a Blink Dagger? Well, she's going to get BKB first, actually, which I think is a good move.
Yep. That's fair enough. So you haven't got to worry about, well, many things.
The many stuns. The 5-stun lineup of PR. Well, essentially 5 stuns, yeah. There goes middle tower.
So tier 1 for 1 exchange in the middle.
They do still have the Aegis on TA. Look at this little 4-man group here. TA heading bot. Meanwhile, I think she's going to say, look, I'm going to jump on this Nyx if I get the chance. But they don't have vision for him, so... or do they?
He's also
Rubik
hasted.
Has a sentry. Yeah, he is hasted. But that'll wear off, and then you can go on him.
BKB finish on
there it is. There is the BKB. And next, I wonder if she'll go for a Blink Dagger or if she'll go for something like a Desolator.
Getting some nice farm, though. Mana burn on TA.
Indeed. But the refraction is just disgusting. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It deals so much damage. So much damage.
The refraction just you know... I mean, it's crazy the amount that it reflects. It's like it's instances rather than amount. It's crazy. 6 instances of damage refracted. That's just mad. So Bat still farming the jungle here, getting that 4-staff. He's got the recipe. Look at this. He can stack and farm 3 camps.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's huge. And look at the damage they take, just melting. Because if you stack it in the right sort of path, they walk back and forth in the fire, and that's it. And if you time it just right, they'll all respawn, no problemo. So Doom has actually got a BKB.
And plate mail as well for the AC.
So he's got the armor now, which he needs.
Yeah.
But rather than finish that all the way to Shivas and then get a BKB, he stopped, get a BKB, and then he'll turn back around and get a Shivas. Or it may be an AC, I'm not sure. But I think, personally think he'll get a Shivas.
Nice full staff for Batrider as well. Blinks in, does the lasso, full staff out.
Indeed. Very strong. And there's a smoke gank here. Roshan is nowhere on the cards because the Aegis is still on TA. I don't know the reclaim time on it actually, but maybe it can't be long. And they're looking. This happens so often. Smoke up, looking for a gank, and there isn't one because the enemy team is doing the same thing. They're looking for trouble top. They might just be pushing this lane here. Yeah. So far, touch wood, no connection issues for Empire following that early woe of back and forth DCs.
There we go, Mag blinking in though on that tier 1 on bottom lane, just trying to find something, but no one there. But Empire going to get themselves a nice easy tier 1 there. Meanwhile, the PR pushing up on that bottom lane. Yeah, they could be trading here. Yeah, but do you want to exchange a tier 1 for a tier 2?
No,
this could be big for PR. And we are going to see the TPs back. They do get that tier 1.
Lich could be walking into a Nyx here. Gets a frost armor on the Doom. Nyx round the back. Once the fight starts, he's going to be going in there.
Did you see Doom got an illusion? Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh, Doom just used it on illusion. He must be pretty
annoyed about that. Because of that illusion rune. They had that illusion rune. They picked it up on the way through. Man, that always sucks. That always sucks. Unlucky silent. You've got to wonder, and I'm sure Empire aren't rattled, but the kind of effect that a long pause has on the mentality of players, not to mention the very slight sort of disagreement, if you like, between the admins and Empire. It's it can can change your game a little bit, rattle you, or fire you up.
Bit, yeah. For the good or bad, I don't know, but PR quite easily taking his tier 2, but Vendetta's down, so there's not too much initiation they got right now. Here we go.
Alchemist in trouble. He does have his ult up. There's a nice Lich ult too, but there's a swap. Bouncing all around. There's no Delta split here. There goes the armor reduction, but Alk will walk away. Look at the regen from his ult. He is still alive, and they finally take him down. Nice two-man stun from Nyx. Soul Assumption will finish off the Batrider, but Visage pays with his life. So they lost 3 there, PR.
3 for 1 exchange, and they got themselves a tier 2.
They did get the tier 2.
And that wasn't
Nyx needs to be careful here. But he's okay. He's got Blink now, actually. That's great. I like to get Blink on Nyx. Very strong.
It's an interesting team fight there.
Yeah, that was good from Empire. They lost a tower, but they did get 3 kills. How does that affect our graphs? Let's look at the gold graph.
Wow.
In the way of Empire, there's very big swings.
Well, I say wow, but it's only a 1500.
Yeah, it just looks big because there's hardly anything in it.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about this graph is that it looks dramatic, but it's actually not.
In reality, there's not too much in it at all at the moment.
Of course, it is actually slightly behind.
Some big items, though, coming up in PR.
Catch up. Oh,
Orchid for Storm.
Possible fight here. Nyx is playing with fire here. Right in amongst them.
He really wants that Lich, you can tell.
Yeah. It's only level 1. Oh, he could be... Oh, he manages to blink away. Yeah, he does want that Lich. And they're looking for another fight top. This has been the action area here. Around this area so far. As well... Because there's no tower mid now, they may as well push.
Nyx is in trouble, though. He's going to die.
Nyx melted. Absolutely melted. I'm not quite sure what happened.
I don't know why he was there.
Yeah.
Overextended. He knew exactly where they were.
He did.
And I think Empire are going to get themselves a very easy tier 1 out
Yeah,
of that.
they really are. That was weird. Not quite sure what that was. Batrider round the back here, flanking and looking for an easy pick-off.
Pings were going out alongside him, though, so they know he's there.
They know where he is. They know where he is. I think, well, he... I don't know if he flew close enough to this ward to get spotted. Yeah, he did. So they would have seen him from that. That's a good spot for a ward, actually, when you've got someone like a Batrider on the team, because this is such a common area. All this high ground here, where he can fly over it and get a pick, it's a common thing for Batrider to do. Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense to me, that ward. That actually covers pretty well. And this one, which I've started seeing a lot of, tucked in around the side there, which is actually quite handy as well. Look at the vision that gives you. Yeah. That's huge. That's
an interesting spot. I think we learned about that the other week, didn't
we? Yeah,
we
did.
Kind of thought,
and I immediately forgot it and haven't ever used it, but I'm going to tonight. I'm going to remember. I'm going to play Rubik, I'm going to put a ward there. You heard it here first, Joe. Doom is now rocking, well, there you go. He's going AC rather than Shivas, so that's fair enough.
This could be dangerous, though. We've got a double damage Vendetta Nyx.
Yeah, I think once he got the BKB, the AC was the way to go because he's not going caster, he's going puncher, so he's going to run in there and punch people.
Exactly. I mean, the rest of the team are relatively squishy. Obviously, TA can take a bit of a beating, but Doom really needs to be there to.
He does. Yeah,
they
need a bit of tank. Otherwise, this starts to fall off because you get a pick with the bat, but then how do you kill the Alk?
Exactly. Yeah. Now, Alk was looking very strong the last.
He was. I mean, it took them a long time. A long time. When his ult is up, I mean, let's just look at his ult. It's only level 2. Base attack time changes. Bonus health regen 75. Just think about that, kids.
That is definitely worth thinking about.
This is interesting. Sanj and Yasha. I don't think I've ever seen Sanj and Yasha on Alchemist.
It makes sense. I can see why, but you know, preferred items.
I genuinely don't think I've ever seen that. I must be a noob. What do you think, Joe?
Well, I think I know.
You've
I like
heard
Sanj
rumours.
and Yasha. Heard whispers of the Sanj and
yeah,
Yasha.
but I know I genuinely haven't seen Sanj and Yasha on Alchemist. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, he's got 2 swords.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So why not? I mean, essentially, it does make him incredibly fast.
Does that mean he has 4 swords now?
Well, the bonus move speed you get with his ult is 40. At level 3, it's 60. Plus, the Sanj and Yasha gives you plus 16% move speed. So he's a race car Alk.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, no Empire moving on that tier 2 on bottom lane. PR just can't seem to do anything too much about it at the moment. That he got not that much initiation, really. Oh, there you go. Alchemist loading up the stun.
They've got the Storm and the Nyx, so they've got the Blink stun. Nice ball lightning across, a lot of damage going down, and they managed to get the Batrider, but Storm Spirit in a world of pain. Flame Break knocking Alchemist back. He's going to die. Doom with 1 good punch. Lich Ult pinging around. But it's all creeps because they've killed everybody. It's 4 dead. Double kill for Resolution, and they will get a bottom racks, and they're going to keep going. They're going to either force a buyback here, or maybe even get a tower.
Yeah. What is the buyback status, Mr. P-Flax?
Well, let's find out. That's the I button.
Yeah.
So you got buyback on... Well, let me see. Really. Visage can buy back.
Alchemist.
Storm can't buy back. Alchemist can buy back. So it's hard to say.
Looks like they're just going to let it happen.
They're just going to get it. So Empire, who had to play around 10 minutes with a player disconnected, are probably going to win this game. And it's all happened in the last 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's been really sort of action-packed this game. And literally, it must hurt for PR because they've done so well this game. They got a really nice first blood, and they just had to let Rax go just like that.
Yeah. Unlucky PR. I just think that a couple of fights didn't go their way. Then, you know, they tried to initiate with the Nyx. I mean, it's tricky. They've got the bat. It's so difficult. You've got Doom. You know, if you get the right people with the lasso and the Doom, it's like, well, there goes our team fight. I mean,
yeah, that's it.
It's very difficult indeed.
And all PR really got for initiation. You know, you got Storm Spirit who can go in, but very squishy.
Yeah.
And then you know he can. If he also got his York kit at the moment, I believe.
Also, if he goes in and gets doomed, that's a dead Storm. I mean, there you go. You know, he's not going anywhere.
Alchemist can run in, wind up a stun, but again, that's pretty temperamental.
Yeah.
He hasn't got BKB either, so that can be interrupted.
Yeah.
Vendetta of a Nyx Assassin can be used with his Blink Dagger as well.
But then, I mean, that's basically you're kind of hoping for a swap, of course, with the Venge, which they could have done, but she's going to die if she swaps. I mean, look what she's got, nothing. So yeah, it is quite tricky. I think just because the last few minutes haven't gone their way and they haven't got the farm they wanted, that they've started to fall behind. And the Bat farms so well. I mean, he's almost got BKB now, and you've got actually the Visage has just picked up a Scepter, which is nice for him. They need to get a team fight that goes their way. Rosh is up. Maybe now would be the time. Get a fight at Rosh, get an Aegis, push a tower, maybe push a Rax of your own. Because previously their push had been fine. They'd pushed the top lane really well. I think they overstayed it. It was that fight there that didn't go their way. But they're not going to be able to get this, Roshan. Empire are going to get it.
Plus there's no wards down there either. They don't know it's happening.
Yeah. Well, I think they might know it's happening, but they can't do anything about it.
Well, they know it's happening now for sure.
The dramatic Aegis music. Dun, 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 dun.
AC goes up though on the Alchemist. That could be big.
I mean, you've just got Scepter and Visage, and you've just got an AC on Alk. So now is the time you'd hope that they would be able to take a fight and win it.
But they've also got an Aegis now that they need to fight for as well. And that went up on the TA.
I mean, she's hard enough to kill as it is.
Exactly.
She got that Deso. Deso, Blink, BKB with Aegis. TA now is a god.
And then just a side serving of Doom with Assault QS, BKB.
Yeah. Not to mention Bat.
Yeah, raining fire on
very
top
tough.
of you. Yes. PR got their work cut out from them here now. See if they
Empire,
can make
look at that. The TA is just like, let's go. Just runs up.
Yeah.
Damage going all over this tower. What can PR do? They're looking for something. Looking for a weakness. There go the Visage Familiars. Nice stun going down on TA, but she's able to back out.
Yeah, force them to
They're
back,
going to stay.
Not for long.
Kill the Familiars, maybe. Oh, oh my goodness, that's not great micro there. Two of them died.
Nearly lost a third one as well.
Yeah, and that's 82 seconds without the Familiars. He gets a Scepter and immediately feeds 2 of the Familiars.
Yeah.
That Deso, the damage going on them there was she basically like 2-shot them.
Well, exactly. I mean, you look at the damage that TA is dealing with 200 damage.
Not to mention the attack speed from the.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I think Empire, going to quite easily take this tier 3 here.
Yeah. He's got another plate mail. So now he's getting Shivas.
But again, stun winds up, but he gets 4 stuffed out. He's fine.
Yeah. But they're just like, there's the Doom on the Visage.
Storm Spreader going on that
Not
bad
the Doom,
as well.
sorry, the level death.
Managed to take him down. Lich ulti goes down though. Managing to take out that Storm Spreader. Nyx Assassin straight away down a water trouble. Nyx Assassin buying back. Alchemist though just going face to face with that Doom though. Alchemist looks like he might be doing it though. TA goes down, forces the Aegis. And
they managed to push him back. Yep. And there goes Nyx. Oh, the blink from Rubik. That was clutch. GG.
But yeah, according to GG, well played.
Wow. Okay. Well, they just want to fight and then they call the game.
Yeah, which has been an unusual game, Mr. Flax.
It has, yeah, it has. GG, sorry for pause. Well, that's very sporting of Empire. They did win the game in half an hour. It actually took a lot longer than half an hour, but a good game in the end, some good action. And GG Bluesy.
GG Admin. Well played, Bluesy.
Well, Empire, they can't complain because they did manage to win. So, interesting. So there you go, Empire winning. I don't think that was much of a surprise. The odds certainly, if you look at something like Dota Lounge, I always think those people that are like the 15, 19, 22%, they're just the chances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And speaking of chances, though, next game is the game that we've both of us have got a couple of.
We have
items.
put our res on this game. Yeah, I mean,
I've got my house on it.
Yeah, we're back in PR in this game because the odds were severely in the favour of Sigma, 70-30, and I think the PR could actually upset something.
Well, PR, credit where it's due. Okay, Empire really had the upper hand within the game, but they played really well last game.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they absolutely did. So
really good early game.
We're going to go to a short break, and I'm going to come back with Game 2 soon. So thanks for watching. That was Empire PR. First game of the night. We've got 2 more coming. We've got 6